This is going to be a very quick one, so please make sure to watch the video to the very end. Yesterday I had an annoying problem, and if you have clicked on this video, possibly you have the same problem, or because you have the same PC, you just want to check to be sure that if you ever have this kind of problem, you will be able to resolve it. See, this PC right here is a Dell Optiplex 5080 tower PC, beautiful PC, decent in every respect. For one reason or the other, this PC here kept blinking, 3 times amber light and 1 time, white. So it goes like, amber, 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 and thereafter white light. I knew that this was not a normal operation. It doesn't matter. I am so used to the Dell Optiplex PCs. I know that when they are in very good working condition, this light here has to be stable, and most times it has to be white, except for the old model, the 7090 that has a kind of bluish light. But for the new model Dell Optiplex PCs, they need to be white. And when it was flashing like this, I knew something was wrong, and I tried to take a look. I reinstalled the OS. It wasn't going to solve this problem. But then what I did do was to go onto Dell's documentation page for this PC to see what this was supposed to be about. And I'm making this video, to help you, because finding this document was actually a bit of a work, but then I was able to get it. This video is meant to help you, save you the stress of going to dig through this document. You see, this behavior where the amber light is blinking 3 times and then followed by a white light is indicative of a defective or a failing CMOS battery. You see, these PCs are not new PCs, and over time, the CMOS battery being what it is will tend to fail. You see, I'm not saying that it's going to fail in 2 or 3 days. After a very long time, definitely there's going to come that point where your CMOS battery is going to fail, and this is exactly what this PC is trying to tell you. So what I did do was to unplug this PC, disconnected it. The CMOS battery is something you don't want to change while the PC is still connected, otherwise you never can tell what could happen. But I can imagine that a lot of things could go wrong. So I unplugged it, got hold of a very decent, new CMOS battery, and I had to install it on this PC, and this was the most easiest thing I have ever done. I didn't need to have any technical skills. As a matter of fact, I even didn't need to have any, work tools, screwdrivers, or stuff like that. What I did do was to open up the PC, pop out the old CMOS battery. If you take a look at the CMOS battery compartment, you can easily see that you could push the spring on the side, and the CMOS battery is just going to bounce out. And this was exactly what I did. And thereafter, I went ahead to install, a new CMOS battery. See, I'm going to be leaving a link to this CMOS battery in the description. Perhaps you are looking for exactly the same kind of CMOS battery I bought. But then when I inserted the CMOS battery, I went back again, to test things out to be sure that everything was now in good working condition. Guys, when I plugged this PC, everything worked perfectly. The white light was stable. There was no blinking amber light. And I did go back to the BIOS of the PC to make sure that the date and the time of this PC was corrected. But then after correcting it, I did realize that the very first time I tried to put on this PC, the PC actually did tell me that the date and the time were out of setting. That should have been a very good indication for me. But I didn't know, just like you possibly are going through this kind of pain right now. You do not know that this is the problem. I want to advise you, before you begin to call a technician or think of, throwing away your PC, go ahead, change the CMOS battery. It might just be the problem your PC is having. Once again, your PC only have this symptom, which is it's working perfectly. You put it on and it's flashing 3 amber lights and 1 white light. Change the CMOS battery. This is going to save you a lot of stress, exactly the same way it did save me a lot of stress. If this video has helped you, please do me a favor. Go onto the like section, click on the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Until I see you again in the next one, peace.